Well, we are talking about those weather headlines once again. Locally heavy rainfall possible for tonight. Could see some embedded thunderstorms inside of widespread rain, and that those storms could also pose a low severe threat for tonight. Strong gusty winds even outside of those stronger storms tonight. The general wind field, we're talking about gusts that could get up to 50 miles an hour for some consecutive hours by this evening into the early pre-dawn hours of your Friday. And then we're talking about a cold snap as we do head through the weekend, especially by Sunday. Temperatures getting back down into the 30s for highs, and those nights even colder. But we're talking about that severe threat first tonight. It's a low-level marginal risk across the area, so damaging winds and a low threat for tornadic activity on the table, some of the main concerns. I will say that tornadic threat is a lot higher to our south and west, but it does encompass a very small sliver of the area, including a section of the I-74 corridor near Covington up through just south of Fowler there, including a sliver of U.S. Road 41. So we're going to keep an eye on these storms for tonight and see if we do get any type of warnings or anything like that. Not hoping for it, but the possibility is there. And as far as that flash flood threat, we have a very low level threat across the area. Definitely more of a localized flooding threat. So if you live in a flood prone location, low lying area, for example, you would be the first to see some of those flooding issues for tonight. As far as taking a look at the wind gust forecast, we're already seeing gusts up to 30, 35 miles an hour right now. And as we do continue through the rest of this evening, it gets worse here. Places like Rensselaer on that northern section of I-65, we're talking about gusts that could actually get up to maybe 60 miles an hour. And that's a similar story down through Fowler and Attica. And as we continue to the 6 a.m. mark for your Friday here, still talking about those gusts 35 to 40 miles an hour waking up for your Friday. So a very noticeable wind there as you wake up for tomorrow. And then we see that shift in the wind out of the north here, starting to pull in some of that cooler air as we head towards the weekend. But those winds thankfully calm down by your Friday evening. As far as the outlook here rain-wise for the rest of tonight, that thunderstorm chance does increase later tonight until the early hours of your Friday. So as we're approaching 9, 10 p.m., could start to see some of those thunderstorms rumbling out there. And then as we get into those early hours of your Friday, it could be a noisy morning for some of us here. But by about 6, 7 a.m., getting towards that sunrise hour for tomorrow, definitely could be a cloudy start, but we're looking mostly dry here and taking you through your Friday. We'll see those temperatures trying to make it out of the 40s, but not having much success, and definitely keeping it a lot drier compared to tonight, early tomorrow. But look what happens here by early Saturday. How about a wintry mix potentially for some of our northern counties here, and more widespread rain pushing in for Saturday. So not looking the best for those weekend plans heading into Saturday. But this system is gone here for tonight by your Friday afternoon. But you can see that second reinforcing system coming in just in time for our Saturday. This is the European model. It does show a slightly drier outlook for Saturday, but I will say those rain chances definitely there. And as we head into Sunday, we're much cooler. Temperatures near freezing for highs. We'll see more chances for precip as we head towards the middle of next week, and another cold snap, 29 by next Thursday.